I felt like I need to talk about this as it came to my um, heart to talk about, and I want to talk about the use of statistics when discussing topics. Any, but let's politically correct. In in this times we see on the both sides of the parties, the left and the right, they both some we see that the left really breaks out their feelings, and the time they use that, they misuse it. Okay, they take like a small section of stats and which may only indirectly prove their point, and then they'll say that it's concrete evidence of something that they're trying to push. And on the right, they talk about it more, that what the problem is, they rely on it too heavily in determining specific groups causation. But the fact of the matter is, let's take the fact that blacks make 12% of the population and do 50% of the crime, for example. So the left would say that doesn't represent everyone indicated, but that's no duh. But the fact, what the left doesn't actually try to work on this. No. They say, but what about white people? We can argue about it. But this argument that they go for. Now we know that yes, small percentage of blacks in the country commit crimes at a high rate. But what the stats don't tell you is who to look for. So it leads to people being a little bit discriminatory and making rash judgments about people without giving the person an opportunity to proving if he's part of the statistics or if he's not part of the statistics. And that's the problem with relying too much on statistics as a fact. I mean, it tells us that it's kind of a guiding marker of life. But we shouldn't use it as a means of how we should treat one another. Well, just because 12% of the population make we make up 12% of the population and make up 50% of the crime doesn't mean that every black person you see as a future criminal. Okay, that is how people get caught out for being racist. Okay, instead, you assume that they're good until you found otherwise. You gotta treat just like people should treat racism as an individual case by case, instead of painting with a broad brush. Can you speak broad brush? It should go both ways. You can't paint all black people as a potential criminal, and you can't treat and they shouldn't treat every white person as a potential racist. Okay, it goes both ways. You cannot do it one way or the other. That is the problem with statistics. Statistics is only supposed to tell a story, a scenario, a case by case scenario. To look at, it's like a piece of a pie. Okay, you can't treat everybody as though they could be that piece of pie. You have to treat them as though they're not that part of the pie until they become part of that pie. And then they should in turn not treat you like you're part of the racist pie, even though just because there's a small subsection of people that are in that pie. Same with feminism. Feminism shouldn't be painting all men as misogynistic just because a few people were being to them. Okay, well, let's take shooting games for instance, online gamers for instance, to be what women are trying. Women are not normally like, don't normally play shooting games. Okay, it's not what they do. It's not the type of games they play. Okay, very little. They make people, women who play shooting games make a very small percent because it is an aggressive game, and most women are not into aggressive style gameplay. Uh, they might get on the get online forum and they might, you see, might, it's very rare, might get harassed. That's what you call trash talking. But guys trash talk everybody. I say if you don't, you know you are part of the game when people are trash talking you. Okay, if they didn't want you to be there, they wouldn't talk to you at all, but nor would they play with you. So y'all need to cut out the sensitive crap. Okay, you hurt my feelings. Now there are cases of real harassment, but those are very rare when it comes to women. Men get harassed way more than women when it comes to gaming and online gaming. I tell you the truth. I was playing PlayStation. You guys are real buttholes. I was playing GTA, and because I got messing up, they they started talking all kinds of junk. I couldn't play on the PlayStation GTA PlayStation anymore because those guys on the PlayStation are a bunch of douchebags. At least in my opinion. But that was only one time. I probably should have given it more chance, but most people. But I wasn't going to deal with that. So I didn't. So I went back to Xbox, which were people were way more nicer on there than playing GTA because they understand it's just a game and not real life. People need to chill out. That it's not real. GTA 5 is not real. You might want to fantasize and immersive, but be immersive, but it's not real. But let's get back to the subject at hand. I think the right. I think there should be a middle ground, like when it comes to politics. But everybody wants to politicize, and people can't be happy because they're so busy crying about stupid stuff that isn't really that big a deal. Okay, they're being distracted, and they don't even know they're being distracted. They use statistics, and what left does, and this is what the left does, and I'm not talking about liberals in general, I'm talking about extreme left. They would take a smallest sample and act like it's the only determining factor in everything. It could be, if the articles could say, one out of 50,000 people discriminate against gay people. And oh my goodness, you have an epidemic of outrage. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, everyone's homophobic. What? No. There's only one part of the story. There's more to that thing because it's just one part of context. You can't use that as determining for everybody. It's called broad brushing. Okay, First of all, not everyone is homophobic, even if that's not in the word. If I know, if you want to say that black people are homophobic by nature, you would call it that. I wouldn't say they're homophobic, that they're just the most. You talk to the average black person and you tell them you're gay. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to probably be upset with you. Now, let's say not all, but a good portion of them. I don't know if they think it's going to rub off on them or what, but you don't even have to say. They make fun of you if you wear what they think is tight pants. Good pants are not even going to be that tight. But the matter is, wearing tight pants don't make you gay. Doesn't mean that you're not straight. Okay, and even if you wasn't, actually, you shouldn't be judging people because they're not straight anyway. So it's not cool. But back to what's wrong with you. There's nothing really wrong. It could be, the problem is when you're using stats, you gotta be using it responsibly. I mean, I use stats responsibly and not irresponsibly. And then not be using these stats and leading them way to the left. Okay? Twisting it, make it sound nefarious. Okay? To make it sound as though it's the worst thing ever. Because they want to distract you and want your love. But actually increased. Or has it always been the same level? It just, I ask myself that question. And honestly, I don't think racism has actually increased. I think what happened is the media is starting to overreact to every potential case of racism as though it's the worst thing ever. Okay, there's no real evidence that racism was even involved in most of these so-called incidences of racism. Now I know this Starbucks thing would run into the ground a lot by almost everybody on the sun, even new media. But are you trying to tell me one person can turn a whole organization into a racist organization just because one person was potentially racist? Really? Now, Rank said all they had to do was buy something, which is true. They would have just bought something and then maybe complain later. If they bought something, they would have never used the bathroom. It's kind of like a trade compromise. Now, I had to look into this so-called 2-minute thing. You, you see, people like the Young Turks always like to insinuate people are like trying to defend racism. That's because they're always virtue signaling. But was this really a freaking act of racism? That should have got some called? No, I mean, I don't. It's kind of hard to say yet. They said that not everybody knows that people can stay in there without buying it. But if it was a well kept secret, so you don't tell your employees that people can actually sit in a Starbucks restaurant for X amount of time and not buy nothing. Isn't that something your employees should know so they don't go around being seeming like jerks? Or are you just saying that it's not uncommon that people do this? Well, it comes to mind that not everybody knows that you can actually sit in Starbucks for hours and not buy anything. Really? Really? Starbucks. Starbucks. Why didn't you tell anybody that? saved yourself a lot of PR. If you would have made that known, make that like a policy, like a people customers do not necessarily have to buy anything to actually patronize our store. I think people need to know that. Man, see, I don't know what to think about this. I'm kind of really been kind of, you can say, burnt out when we saw this ridiculousness. It's really ludicrous. They want to shout and boycott the whole chain of Starbucks because one person. No, I didn't know one person can make an entire restaurant in business, or not just the one entire restaurant, entire chain of restaurants, franchised by that matter because it's individually owned, but racist. So we're gonna boycott every store. What next? We're gonna start because we had a bad experience at McDonald's. We're gonna start boycotting McDonald's. Then after McDonald's, we're gonna go to Wendy's because somebody was mean to us at Wendy's, so we need to boycott Wendy's now because someone spit in our food for no reason. Okay, guess that's really well not good enough to boycott that store. Because we went to Denny's one day and the waiter was a butthole to an African American. We was like boycotting that one too because eventually he couldn't be butthole because he had a bad day. No, he couldn't be butthole. He was a jerk because he don't like black people. But then we all of a sudden make that connection. You know, people's mind. Okay, ooh, it couldn't have been because he had a really bad day that day. He was like stressed out and was treating people that way. No, it's because he was a butthole to the wrong people at the wrong time. It must have been because they were black, and it couldn't have been any other reason. Has racism really been that bad? You see, do you really think for 1 second that if Hillary Clinton would have won, any of this would have been so? No, because you wouldn't know why this really is going on. Who's our president? They're trying to paint a world that the world's more racist than it's ever been because Donald Trump is now president. Not that I'm a supporter of Donald Trump, but I'm just saying. They're trying to paint the world as it has increased in racism because they can't actually prove that. But hindsight. So they're using anything that can be remotely racist to try to paint this picture. Because they got to blame Trump in these isolated social issues. Not like there's no legislation that actually prevents people from doing it. Not like you passed a law that said, hey, anybody who wants to be racist to black people, you can. You can treat them horribly if you want to. There's law. President Trump passed this yesterday, a policy that lets people be assholes to black people because it's obviously that Trump's fault. Because certain people are maybe racist, maybe allegedly. Okay, that's all I have to say.